Fearless Disease.
And I thought maybe I would prefer to fight.
So you thought at that time,
Yeah.
buying $250 million worth of Bitcoin in one day, had you bought any up to this point at all? Like,
No, I mean, the way we got there.
Bitcoin?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
No, I mean,
crazy.
look, it didn't happen in one day. What happened is I concluded by April that this was a way out. Bitcoin was growing 80% a year at the time. So if you can buy something appreciating 80% a year, that's a commodity on your balance sheet.
Faster than your company.
It's like, if you could buy a digital monopoly growing 80% a year at 1 times revenue, would you?
Yeah.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
If you could buy a digital monopoly growing 30% a year for the next 20 years at 1 times revenue, would you? Everybody would. It's not a complicated idea. I expect Bitcoin to grow 30% a year for the next 20 years. It's a monopoly. You're getting it, you buy $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, you're getting a $100,000 business growing 30% a year. That's a monopoly at 1 times revenue. Why wouldn't you? Everybody would. The breakthrough was just thinking of it as doing a acquisition of a digital monopoly on money, right? It's the dominant digital monetary network, right?
Interesting, man. As you see, Saylor borrows billions at 0.5% to stack more Bitcoin while you're scared of a 10% dip. Man, I mean, who's the real gambler? I mean, this guy, you have to listen to exactly what he's doing. I'll put the link to this video in the description, but listen to this full video. I just took this small clip so you guys can realize what Bitcoin is doing right now in 2025. Let's continue.
Right? So we have to do a transformational acquisition. And since there's no other company growing 80% a year that's available at 1 times revenue that'll sell themselves to us, Bitcoin was the deal, right? Bitcoin
no employees.
Yeah. So we looked at it and we thought we can buy the dominant digital monetary network at 1 times revenue. It's growing 80% a year. On paper, it looks just fine. It's just no one ever done it before. But
so you hear what he said? He looked at it on paper. He took a serious look at what's going on in the marketplace now when it comes to the US dollar. It understood that one day it's gonna continue, well, not one day, every day it's going to continue to decrease and decrease. So what he did was he borrowed against his assets and he was able to buy more Bitcoin and more Bitcoin. But the crucial part is that he's not scared to take that chance. Mr. Saylor is a very smart guy, very, very smart.
But the theory isn't that complicated. I mean, what did Facebook pay for WhatsApp or for Instagram?
WhatsApp, yeah.
WhatsApp. I mean, think of what did Google pay for YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a complicated idea. You buy the monopoly, something that 1 billion people need, nobody can stop, that's in hyper growth mode, that'll sell itself to you cheap. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So that wasn't the problem. The problem was no public company had ever done this before.
Right.
And so first I have to convince the officers of the company. Then I have to convince the board of directors of the company, right? Now, and that takes a while. And then yeah, the logical thing is let's just go ahead. We're going to bet the company on this, buy 500 million worth. But, between the lawyers and the risk managers, everybody thought, well, that's too risky. So let's do some. I said, well, what about 400? I'll do a buyback. 400 million of Bitcoin, I'll buy back 100 million of stock. No. 350 million of Bitcoin, I'll buy back 150 million of stock. No. 300 million of Bitcoin, I'll buy back 200 million of stock. No. Okay, here's my best and final offer. 250 million of Bitcoin, and I will buy back $250 million of the stock in the open market, the tender offer. Okay.
So explain that to me.
So when we announced the deal, what we said was we're going to buy 250 million of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're launching a tender offer. The stock was $120 a share. We'll buy you out at $140 a share if you don't like the idea. So we basically said...
Who funded that?
The company. The company had...
Company at 500 million. I mean, this is actually a great idea. This is something that's gonna transform the business world dramatically. And the whole thing is, if Trump really reserves this plan, is a plan, and if it's I'll probably have to put it in the description as well. It's a plan where he addresses this type of bill, and And if it passes, every public company copies this thing, the same thing that Mr. Michael Saylor is doing right now, where you be able to borrow a certain amount of money and be able to invest more into Bitcoin, and in return, you be able to have more shares for your company. I mean, it's a brilliant idea. Bitcoin is set at least to 2020. Well, they say it's going to be in 2027. And you see, we're in 2025, going into 26. That Bitcoin will hit at least 250K. Minimal. I mean, minimal is going to hit 250K. So what does that say to the normal person like me and you, that you need to go ahead and invest some of your money long term into Bitcoin? It only makes sense. It only makes sense. Well, let's do a little bit more, and then we'll go into these comments. I want to see what other people have to say about this, not just us,
At $500 million.
Got it. Okay.
And the company said, we're going to buy
I'm a real
back.
estate guy. You got to remember, I'm a real estate guy, dude. It's like, to us, it's like, I got to see it, I got to touch it, I got to feel it. So you got to go slow with
I'm
it.
the CEO of a public company.
Okay.
And I want to do something very risky.
Got it.
But you're the outside shareholder, and you think I'm crazy.
Right.
So I say to you, I'm going to go bet the company on Bitcoin, but if you don't agree with me, I'll buy you out your shares.
Got it.
And so I'm going to offer you $140 a share.
$20 premium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to get off the ride.
How many people took you up on that?
So the way it worked is we announced the $250 million in Bitcoin. Then we had a 20-day tender period. We made a tender offer. We offered to buy up to $250 million. The stock traded up, and then it traded above the $140 price. And everyone that didn't like it sold into the open market at north of 140.
Wow.
When the 20 days finished, we had $60 million worth of shares tendered. We paid off the $60 million of shareholders at 140. We had about $175 million of extra cash at that time. We turned around and bought Bitcoin with that. So the first deal was 250, and that second deal was after the tender offer. It was the extra 175 million, and then Bitcoin rallied, the stock rallied, ran through the roof, and the rest is history. I'd had experience as a private.
That's genius. That's really genius. That's what people in the community would call generational wealth. This guy is making power move with millions, and he's fearless with it. In the exchange of you buying that Bitcoin, you buying those stocks and borrowing, and then you be able to, and once that revenue comes in, he's not investing in real estate. He's not investing in more watches or cars or anything like that. He's investing right back into Bitcoin, because he knows at one point, like the statistics show, that in 2027, like I said, it's going to get up to 250K. Right now it's around 100 and some change, but in less than 2 years, they're predicting that's going to be 250, and he knows that. And most people, regular people, they would say like us, we shy away from investments like that because we think that is away from us, or we're scared that it's not going to really be something that's going to grow in the future. And that's not the thing. It's really going to grow. There's no way around it at all. Let's check some of these comments out, man. See what they're talking about real quick. Let's see with the first one. We have a few of them on here. You are nothing to be happy. This is why BT, because it's all the risk. Okay. What else? Oh, we got a few comments on here, so it's not really a lot of it. The story that I heard of a friend of Michael Saylor has been mentioning Bitcoin to Michael for years with no interest from him. That's true. At first, everybody thinks that Bitcoin was nothing. They thought that it wouldn't grow. They thought it wouldn't manifest. But as we see, every single day, month, week, month, year, it is growing and growing and growing. If y'all like this one, make sure y'all hit that like in the bell. We see y'all every single morning. I appreciate y'all from FearlessDisease, and we like to end everything the same exact way. We appreciate everybody that comes to see our videos. And we still everybody that hate our videos. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all on the next one, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this one.